Hi everybody, my name is Ashley and welcome to 3 Boys 2 Girls. Today I have the Back to Homeschool Tag video for you, and I was actually not tagged in this video. I just thought that I would do it. So if you are like me and just want to answer these questions and make a video about it, go ahead and do it. I will list the 10 questions. I think it's 10. Yeah. I will list the 10 questions below in the description box, and so feel free to just answer those questions on your YouTube channel. So the first question is, when did your homeschool year start, or do you homeschool year round? And this is actually our first year homeschooling. We started last week. So my kids are 5th grade, 3rd grade, kindergarten, and preschool this year. I guess you can call it preschool, but my kids were previously public school up to this point, and so we just started this year homeschooling. I went from having all my 4 out of my 5 kids into school to having all 5 home all the time. So it was a big change for me to adjust to. But honestly, the first week went really good. My kids got their work done on time. I would say we did a soft start week this week. We did all of our main subjects like math and language arts and reading, and we did devotions every day and Bible reading, but we did not do, well, we did science one day and we did not do history at all, and then we did geography one day, and we have not done art yet. It was just a lot to kind of add in right away when we're just working on getting our routines down and that kind of stuff. So homeschooling year round it's something we probably won't do, I would say, right now. I just think that with my kids and the activities that they're involved in, and the fact that we're friends with a lot of people still in public school, I think that it would be hard to school year round. Question number 2 is, do you have any back to school traditions? And I would say that this year we don't really have any back to school traditions yet, because we really this is our first year homeschooling. So what we did this year is the first day of school, we took first day of school pictures just like we normally do regularly, but we also we had a big ice cream night the night before, and then the kids started off, they had some fun little extra pencil, holder things, and just some fun school supplies and like a little candy. And we actually started last Monday, which was the eclipse day. So we actually we went to travel into town to go see the eclipse at the library, and then it rained and poured and was like a total waste for us to go into town. It started hailing on us, and so we actually didn't see any of the eclipse, but it did get really dark for quite a while since we had so many clouds. So it got really, really dark at about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was completely dark. But anyway, so we don't really have any traditions yet, I would say. But question 3 is, what do we look forward to in the next year? I would say, honestly, just spending time together. That's what I'm really looking forward to mostly, is just my kids learning to be friends again and to get along, and just spending quality time together as a family and learning things together. Anytime that I think as a group you go through troubles and challenges, anytime that you do that, you come out stronger on the other end. And so I'm really looking forward to the challenge of being together all the time and how it's going to make us stronger on the other end. Question number 4 is, what's my favorite part of back to school planning? It was kind of rough this time just because I just didn't know what to expect, and so back to school planning, I was just excited to get started and open up all of the books that I had purchased and that kind of stuff. I'm kind of I really liked public school. I really liked school. And so I loved all my school supplies that I would lay them all out and I would look at them and I would just be so excited. So for me, just like the pencils and the notebooks and getting all that stuff set up and getting the little desk areas all set up and organized, that to me was probably the funnest part. Otherwise, I don't know how to plan for lessons yet. We're just kind of working through how fast the kids can move through them and, you know, what our school year is going to look like. And so, yeah, I would say that my favorite part is just this kind of the school supplies and stuff. So, number 5, are you an early bird gets the worm or a wait to the last minute shopper? And I would say definitely both, because if I go early and get new supplies, mostly with supplies. If I go early and get new supplies right away, my kids tear into them and just start coloring and painting. And the first day that I got watercolors, they had like 20 pictures that they painted. Like, their watercolor notebooks are significantly less than they were when I bought them. And so I usually have to go back and get more school supplies. So I would say I'm definitely both. As for curriculum and that kind of stuff, I went from, you know, homeschooling nobody to homeschooling, I'm just going to say 3 kids because preschool doesn't really count. So I went from homeschooling nobody to homeschooling 3 kids completely. And so I had to build up all of that curriculum. And so I really just did that over time. So I kind of just slowly, it was about April of last year when I knew that I was going to homeschool. And then the first time that we bought curriculum was actually not until like June. And so I just slowly, just as kind of our budget allowed, to buy certain things here and there. So I would say both. What's my favorite find or deal so far? So I shared this actually a little while back in my thrift store find, and my favorite deal is this clock. I love it. It's a nice sturdy wood clock. It's got like a little stand on the back that it can stand up, and then you just can move the time around, and then I can like set the time to something, and then my daughter can write the time in, or I can write the time and they can change it to the time they need. I just love that it's wooden, it's durable, and it was only $6.50 from a thrift store. So I was really excited about this find. All right. Number 7, do I use a planner, book, or online, or make your own? This year I was going to make my own, but I really didn't know how to set it up. And so I ended up taking the plunge and I purchased an Erin Condren teacher planner. I kind of have a little bit of buyer's remorse about it because I'm like, do I really need that? But I just thought it would just make my life easier. I could see what I need to plan, what I don't need to plan. And we live in South Dakota, so I don't need to turn in anything. I don't need to show my lesson plans. I don't need to give in samples. I really don't need to do anything. And so to really have, you know, very thorough lesson plans, I'm not really sure if I'm going to need that or not, or if it's just, you know, do this one day and then the next day do the next lesson and the next day do the next lesson. So we're really just kind of feeling that out. So definitely a paper planner though. I do not like online. I don't like electronic anything. I don't like putting stuff in my phone. I like to write it down on paper, see it. I'm really old school that way. Even like with like novels and books, like I have a Kindle, but I think it's been dead for like months and I just don't ever use it. I like the paper books. So question number 8, how do you make time for yourself to plan and get organized? I don't know if you can hear talking and banging and stuff. The kids are supposed to be in bed right now. It's like almost 10 o'clock and it is just, I don't have time. So I have to do it in between when I can. At night, usually before or after the kids go to bed is when I can do my stuff to get organized, and otherwise get up early. I haven't been doing that lately. I need to do that a lot more. Getting up early it's hard when you have to stay up late to get your stuff done and then to get up early the next morning and get your stuff done. So anyway, Just when the kids are in bed. That's the only time that I have. Question number 9, what did you do last year that you won't be doing this year? Public school, since we'll be homeschooling this year. Number 10, describe in one word your attitude about the new school year. I would say my one word about the new school year would be anxious. And not like a bad anxious, but I don't really know what it's going to bring. It's a little stressful, but it's a good anxious. I'm excited to see the changes in my children. I'm excited to see the changes in our family, and I don't know, I'm excited anxious. If I can use 2 words, I'm gonna put that into 1 word. Excited anxious. Because I'm excited, but I'm just nervous about it too. So, but that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Like I said, if you would like to do this tag, feel free to just answer the questions that I'm gonna put in the description, and then let me know. If you have a YouTube channel and you do this, put your link in the comments and I will go and check out your video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.